Here is how this quiz works. You get 10 seconds to answer each question and you need to make sure to record the color of each choice you pick.
Question 1. What superpower would you have? Invisibility, mind control, cloning, or infinite money?
If you chose invisibility, that's like a keylogger, which is software that hides in your device and records every single keystroke that you type. If you chose mind control, that's like a remote access Trojan, which is malware that gives hackers complete control over the entire system that you have. If you chose cloning, that's like a worm, which is a self-replicating program that clones itself and spreads across a network. If you chose infinite money, that's a crypto ransomware. That's malware that locks files and demands a massive cryptocurrency payment to get your data back.
Question 2. What crime would you commit? Identity theft, vandalism, stealing, or stalking?
If you chose identity theft, that's like a current rootkit. That goes into your operating system and steals identities and permissions while impersonating processes. If you chose stealing, that's like locker ransomware, which directly robs you of your device by hijacking your screen or operating system and holds access hostage until you pay. If you chose vandalism, that's like a macro virus, which intentionally corrupts, modifies, or destroys your files. If you chose stalking, that's like an info stealer, which harvests your personal phone records and private text messages.
Question 3. How do you prefer to work? Independently, watching other people work, help at first but alone later, or constant supervision and help?
If you chose I prefer working independently, that's like a firmware rootkit, which operates independent of the main operating system and survives even if you wipe the hard drive. If you chose I like watching other people work, that's like a screen scraper, which takes screenshots or records video of your screen while you work, letting attackers watch everything you do in real time. If you chose I like to help at first, but working alone afterwards, is like double extortion ransomware. That requires a phishing email to get access, but then autonomously encrypts your network and steals your data. If you chose I want constant supervision and help, that's like an executable file exploit. That means it cannot work on its own and relies on supervision to run, open, or share infected files.
Question 4. Do you like attention? I'm the center of attention. I like blending into a group. I like being alone, or it depends on the day.
If you chose I'm the center of attention, that's like a WannaCry exploit, which pops up noisy demand notes and makes sure you can't ignore its presence. If you chose I like blending into a group, it's like a bootkit, which hides inside the system boot and blends in seamlessly so the antivirus misses it. If you chose I like being alone, that's like adware, which sits alone monitoring your online habits and occasionally surfaces only to serve targeted pop-ups based on what you browse. And if you chose depends on the day, that's like a polymorphic virus, which constantly changes its code, changing its appearance to avoid detection depending on the environment.
Question 5. What's your biggest fear? Being lonely, being constantly watched, people ignoring my needs, or getting kicked out of my house?
If you chose being lonely, that's like a network virus, which purpose is to find other devices, but if left on an isolated computer with no network, it can't spread and dies out. If you chose being constantly watched, that's like commercial spyware, which is surveillance software to keep tabs on every action, which removes a person's privacy. If you chose people ignoring my needs, that's like scareware ransomware, which uses loud pop-ups claiming your computer is destroyed to make you pay to fix it. If you chose getting kicked out of my house, that's like persistent rootkit, which is rooted inside the system core that survives reboots, wipes, and clean OS reinstalls.
If the majority of your answers were in the red group, you are the ransomware malware. This malware encrypts your files, steals your data, or locks your system to demand a ransom, usually in cryptocurrency, to restore access. If you fail to pay, your data and files will be leaked on the dark web. However, even if you do pay, there is no guarantee you will regain access. So, to protect yourself, make sure you always back up any important data.
If the majority of your answers were in the yellow group, you are the Rootkit malware. This malware gives hackers full control over your computer while hiding from you and your antivirus software. It buries itself deep inside your computer's core operations, making it extremely difficult to detect and requiring specialized tools or a complete system wipe to remove. Rootkits can be installed from a malicious email attachment, a fake software update, or an untrustworthy website.
If the majority of your answers were in the green group, you are a virus. This malware attaches itself to clean files and spreads throughout your computer, corrupting and deleting data or crashing your system. However, viruses are dependent on your actions to multiply. They need you to open an infected file, click a malicious link, or run a compromised program to activate and replicate. While some are easy to remove, others may require specialized antivirus software to fully eliminate.
If the majority of your answers were in the blue group, you are Spyware. This malware secretly monitors your activity and collects personal information like passwords, browsing habits, and financial data without your knowledge or consent. Spyware usually runs in the background, often slowing down your device or causing unusual pop-ups. Although it's difficult to detect, it can be usually removed easily with anti-malware software.
If you like this quiz, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment about which malware you got. For more information and news, visit cti.io.